Hi guys and girls, this is Kyle here. I'm going to explain how to use some of the functions, what the functions mean while you're flying the Aurora, and what you get out of the Aurora MR when you first purchase it. This is mainly for people who haven't played Star System before, who's bought it recently, etc. So firstly, as you can see, I'm inside the bed for the Aurora. I think people have been also calling it a coffin, which is quite funny. As we come into the little area that you can stand around the new Aurora if you're not inside your bed or the cockpit. And two sides of the Aurora, you've got the airlocks. As we exit one side of the ship, just to showcase the Aurora MR, it looks more like a cockpit, I think. It comes with stock M3A lasers, which are size 1 weapons, which are underneath the cockpit, as you can see here. I would say the Aurora is very durable. Not the fastest ship, but it's actually quite fast right now. It's 185. Used to be 150. You can also change out the weapons through the website, and I'll showcase that later. But what we'll do here is get back inside the ship, and I'll explain a few functions and what they actually mean. As we get back inside the cockpit. Nice little animation. So now a few display will pop up.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the
Just
ride.
having
System
a quick
check.
view of the Aurora on the outside. And this is what you press insert to actually be able to look around the ship through third person mode. As we get back inside the ship, I'll show you the person. And as you can see to the left and the right, there are panels. As we zoom in, you can see two weapons. That's what our weapons are. That is our status, G1, G2 and G3. They do different functions, such as G1 does weapons, G2 does shields, and G3 are thrusters. They're your signature heat levels and your weapons, which I've just shown. On the right hand side will be who you're targeting, such as the enemy. And right in the middle, there's quite a lot going on, so I'll explain them in a second. Right here is your thrusters. You've got your precision mode and space combat mode that you can change between. And you've also got landing gear, which is deployed at the moment. On the right hand side, you'll see chaff and flare, which you can switch between, and I will highlight it when you swap around. Underneath it is automated landing, couple modes, G-Safe, Comstab, and ESP, and quantum fuel. And just in the middle is your radar, which changes depending on the landing pad, and when you exit the landing pad, it will go back to your combat radar, which will change in a second, which you'll see.
Disengaging autopilot.
There we go. So the radar has now changed to the combat variant of the radar. So as we move, you can see we are going to 50% or 50 speed, and that is for every single ship in precision mode. Depending on what type of configuration you have, you might want to change it, the button. On the bottom right here, you'll see there's Constab and G-Safe not enabled. If they're light blue, they're enabled. What you do is tab and control, and that should sort it out. Correction, control and caps lock. So as we look over to the precision mode and space combat mode, you press the button to engage it, and it will increase your top speed, which will obviously vary to the ship that you have. The Aurora will go 185. As we go half throttle speed, will be 97. Above the throttle, which you see is 200% and 100%. It's just to the right of the speed that you have, 185. The one underneath is how much throttle you put on, and above that is how much fuel you have.
Warning.
So here we go, we're going to start turning, and you'll see that the speed changes, etc. And we're going to go and use throttle afterburner mode, which is double tap shift, I believe, and hold if you're a keyboard user. I'm a hostess. And you'll see this, the fuel being used to 73, and it'll slowly increase while I'm holding it, and your speed has increased about 10%. So as we're looking around the ship. As I say, these are just basic tutorial tips on what these actually are, because these can be very confusing for someone who is starting off. As we look over to the left here, these here are your heat signatures, and that will vary if you're moving your ship, and it can affect you, especially if missiles are locking onto you. If the more heat signature is increased, as you can see here, the missile will lock on a lot more easily to you, so best not to move and just move slowly away and fire your flares. As you can see on the bottom underneath on your weapons, a red circle highlighted, and this means that when you fire weapons, it will overheat, and when it overheats you have to let it go red. And Vandal Swarm. And all I like to showcase is how well the Aurora MR can actually perform just as a stock variant with the stock weapons, the M3A lasers. So as you can see on the right hand panel, you have the Vandal Swarm, or Vandal Ship, sorry, that is highlighted on the right panel, and it shows you how far away they are. What you want to do when you aim is make sure that your circle reticle is just in front of the square and in between the triangle. That's like the way they're facing, and that's how you want to aim, is try to shoot in front of where they're shooting, or where they're moving towards. So I'm only using the M3A lasers, and these are only size 1 weapons, and I'm doing pretty fairly well. Had a good one there, so obviously just whacked that into a block. So make sure that you fight and use the strafing, or the weight of the ship, to be able to use your aiming effectively. It can change if you use constant or not. Constant reduces the drift, you see. So again, just keep an aim in front. As these may be stock weapons, they are actually fairly powerful. You click on that. When you sign in, you'll see that in the rec you should have some if you've started off. If not, just do some Spectrum matches and Vandal Swarm, and just gain some rec while you test out and fly out your new Aurora MR. Here you can actually purchase ships if you wanted to with the rec. There are rental credits, and as you go into the weapons here, you can also see a load of different weapons. This is what you want to upgrade your Aurora MR. You can equip a quad platform to it to have 4 missiles. So you add 2 cards, but I've already previously bought this one. So then we'll scroll down, and you can change out to different weapon loadouts. So to make sure that you have missiles for your quad platform, you need to select a missile, and you can see there's plenty of missiles that come with this one. So you just purchase again, and size 1 purchase, which I've already done before, and I'll purchase a new weapon, size 1 that is, that has to be size 1, and you can see the ballistic ones here, 400s and 800s. At the moment I've only got about 900 rec, so I'm going to purchase 2 ballistic longsword, 400 rec each. So unfortunately there's no way you can put quantity times 2, so you have to purchase it twice singly. So if you press single 1 now and add it to cart, which you'll see after here, it's size 1, add the cart, and then when it comes up with this screen, just continue shopping, because it only has 1 weapon, it doesn't come with 2. If you again scroll down to the weapon that you want, click on this, click on the same profile again, and that should be 2. And all you do is check out. Finally, what you want to do, guys, is load up into your hangar, and this will be the self-land hangar that you'll have your MR. You'll see your ship. At the moment, I have the loaner MR due to a ship upgrade. And what you want to do is go to the hollow table, which you'll see in a second to our left. So as you spawn, you turn around and it's just to your left here. You go over and you press F to access the hollow table. And as you can see here, you got paint, ships, weapons, etc. All you do is click and drag. And on the right hand side of ships, you'll see your ship. Unfortunately, there's like a lighting bug at the moment that makes this too bright. So right click is to rotate your ship. And then we'll just click and drag on the bar on the top to weapons, and you can see the quad platform that we have, that we purchased. Click that on the circle that allows us to, and now it's equipped. Rental gear will pop up as purple, and what we'll want to do is wrap around the weapons that we bought and click and drag and cop them over, and you can see straight away they've been dragged over, and the old stock M3 lasers have now moved over to the right hand side, the pool. Now, to actually be able to use these weapons, you need to go to ammunition, and this works for both for the bullets for the longsword, which you can add 2 ammo boxes in each one, and then the missiles. Unfortunately, there is a bug in this tutorial, this patch 2.0, and I had to look for the missile itself that I purchased, but it is there, it's just invisible, and all you do is click and drag. Same thing as you did with the weapons, and do that 4 times to the quad platform. And this is how you equip weapons, or if they are ballistics, make sure you put ammunition to them. If they're energy based, all you have to do is click and drag. There's no ammo for them, and that's all you have to do to equip new weapons to your MR. So guys, I hope this has actually helped you guys to understand how to play Star Citizen, how well the Aurora MR as a stock loadout can actually play as, and also how to customize your MR as well. So guys, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in a verse.